G'day, come spend the day with me as I go visit 3 of my favourite Australian bookstores. I've been away from Australia for about 6 months at this point in time. There's some new titles that I would like to get my hands on that have not been released in North America yet, and I'm excited to bring you along with me. The first one, about an hour's drive down the coast from here, but first and foremost, let's go get ourselves a coffee. Oh, and before I go, this guy says hi. Don't ya? Don't ya? Alrighty, Roo, coffee acquired. I just wanted to share a little thing. I used to frequent that cafe every single day while I was doing a master's degree back in 2017 and 2018. And I just want to say it's really important to revisit those places that you loved and those places that were important to you in one way, shape, or form. Because as I walked in, I saw a younger version of myself, and I was just able to appreciate just how far I've come in the last 8 years. And that felt important. That felt like it mattered. And we should revisit those places, whether it be books, movies, places, whatever it happens to be, because they are the sign of growth. Because I think often we don't recognize that in our day-to-day. It's hard to look back on life and not be critical of yourself in one way, shape, or form. Because revisiting those places in one way, shape, or form shows us those past versions of ourselves and really just allows us to see the change over time in a way that I think is really hard to capture on our day-to-day, because we are so critical of ourselves and we're so busy and we're so consumed in the now. It's really hard to see the improvement from the time that goes forward. And all that to say, go get yourself a nice coffee, go hang out in those places, go revisit those little versions of yourself, and go see how far you've come, because that felt really important today, and it never hurts to get yourself a good coffee. All right, I hope you enjoyed that little hike up to the lighthouse here in Aries Inlet. We are now at the first bookshop, Great Escapes Books, and I'm excited to show you. I love this bookstore because it is coastal, has a really interesting selection of books, and I always find something really unique and different in this bookstore, so I thought I would bring you along to this one today. Alrighty, Roo, second bookshop of the day, Torquay Books. This bookshop's been around for quite some time and really sparked what the independent coastal bookstore could be, and that excites me. So I'm going back in to check out what they've got today. Alrighty, Roo, we've arrived at the final bookstore of the day. It's called The Bookbird. It's located in Geelong. It is my hometown bookstore. And this bookstore means the world to me because it is the bookstore that when I was in my 20s was the thing that reignited my love for reading. After falling out with reading, after not being a reader, when this store opened back in 2014, I believe it was, I stumbled into it and it reignited an entire world of reading for me all over again. And I feel really grateful that it exists and feel really grateful for the people that work in it and the books that they carry and everything else, because it means the world that I have a place to go back to every single time I'm home and walk into and remember this older version that wasn't a reader and one that became a reader, and the desire and the reigniting of wanting to be a writer stemmed from being in that bookstore. And I just feel really lucky for it. So I'm going to bring you in and show you around, and I'll see you back here once I've collected some books. All right, we are back. We had a pretty big book haul today, and I'm pretty excited to share them with you. Those bookstores mean a tremendous amount to me. Granted, they are the local bookstores around the area that my family and friends live now. There's a couple of really cool ones in Tassie that I just adore, but the three today are three of my favorites here in the Geelong region, and I'm going to share with you what I picked up today. All right, first up is The Hiding Place by Kate Mildenhall. This follows the story of a girl named Lou who sees an old mining town up for sale and she convinces her friends to buy it. And as they decide to move out there, bad things start happening almost instantly. And by the end of the very first night, one of them will be dead. The premise of this one was enough to pull me all the way in, but I've also heard fantastic things from other people recommending this one, saying that it is one of the books of the year to look out for. Jane Harper said that she could not put it down, and Hayley Scrivener, who wrote Dirt Town, said that she wished she wrote this book, which is a pretty high level of endorsement. And you know the drill from here, but I'm pretty pumped to get into this one and start reading because I'm already starting to guess what's happened and I haven't even read a page just yet. And yeah, anyway, that's that one. I guess I'll go find a hiding place for this. Next one up, A Great Act of Love by Heather Rose. It's Van Diemen's Land, 1839. A young woman with great means arrives in Hobart and she's in care of a young man, and she's got a secret, and she's got a big secret. Heather Rose is maybe one of my favorite authors that I've ever read. I think she just has this knack for storytelling and how to really compel a story. And I'll read anything that she writes, anything that she puts out into the world. I'm picking it up and I'm reading it. I'm really excited to start a new Heather Rose book, and I've heard really good things. A lot of people have endorsed this, and I really look forward to digging into 1839 in Van Diemen's Land and Tasmania and seeing what she's created here, because I'm pretty excited to dig into this. Next up is a new Jane Harper. Last one out is Jane Harper's new book, and I've just realized I actually know nothing about it. This is an instant buy for me, and I'll read anything Jane Harper for the rest of time, and I should probably pause this for a sec, tell you what it's about, and come back. In a dying town, Ro Crowley awaits her son Sam on his 21st birthday. The problem is he never turns up. The only thing left of him are footprints in the dust, and 5 long years later, Ro Crowley returns with the hope of some answers. Jane Harper, if you have been watching my channel at all, is one of my favorites, and I'm just excited to dig in. I look forward to reading this and reviewing it. And I will put a review on this channel because it's Jane Harper and I love her work. Next up here, we have Bob Brown, Defiant. Now this is a bit more of a serious one. For half a century, Bob Brown has been standing up to those with powerful interests that put profit before our planet. This book is a calling of inspiration to the next generation of people that need to do that. The next generation of people that need to stand up for what matters, for what our future is, against those people that are putting profit before our planet. Geraldine Brooks, who is one of my favorite authors, wrote the foreword of this book. And I'm just going to read you the quote that has been highlighted here. This book is a powerful reminder that the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice only if the brave people make the effort to bend it. Bob Brown is an environmental and social justice campaigner. He's a former senator who worked in the Tasmanian Parliament for over a decade. And I think this, a culmination of his work, is one of the most important reads that any young person can pick up and read right now. This man is trying to save Tasmanian trees. He's trying to save our ecosystems. And in all honesty, he's trying to save us from ourselves. All right, I've got two more for you. Next up is An Ill Wind by Margaret Hickley. This is a story of a small Victorian town where 300 wind turbines spin. And then there's one day that one is not spinning and a dead body hangs from the wind turbine. I've read two of Margaret Hickey's books before and they are page turners. They're twisting, they surprise you, and she does crime, detectives and small towns incredibly well. And I'm really just looking forward to some high pace, high strung, adrenaline filled story. I'm also very aware that a lot of the stuff that I buy and read from Australia is crime fiction, but part of that is I'm writing a crime fiction novel, which is kind of where that stems from. But also it's just what I love and it's what I gravitate towards, and it tends to be what I find. Granted, some of these are not, and they are a little bit more expansive than that. A large majority of my reading is crime fiction, and it is thrillers and mysteries and adventures, and I just love this genre. And these are the books in particular that you can't find any of these books in North America where I'm currently living, which is kind of why I'm stocking up on these ones now, because you just won't be able to find them, and they probably won't be released in North America. And the final one, this was a random find. I love the cover. I saw it and just gravitated towards it. I've never heard of Alex Duke and Gunpowder Creek. This is a new discovery for me, and I believe it's a debut. In a panicked voicemail, Zach leaves a voicemail for his mum saying, "I need your help. They're coming for me." She hears a gunshot in the background and the line goes dead. I almost don't even need to read the whole sort of like blurb for these kinds of things. I just get excited and go, yes, that's it. Between the cover, between a debut author, between just, I love when things are new, and I love when new writers get into this genre, and I love Australian crime fiction. I love Australian fiction. I love Australian writers, and I just want to share that with you as much as I can. Either way, I will leave a review of that one once I finish that one as well. I've got a lot of reading to do. I'm pretty excited. Lots of stuff to come, lots of good reading, lots of good videos on reading in the next few weeks, and I'm really excited to share all of it with you. That is my book haul. Thank you incredibly for joining me today. It's been a real pleasure to take you around to some of my favorite places and my favorite bookstores and just show you a little bit of how I grew up. And I hope sharing that with you in some way, shape or form helps you pick a book, helps you decide to visit your independent bookstore, or helps you just kind of get back into reading a little bit. Thanks for joining me today. I would appreciate if you considered subscribing to this channel, and I will see you back here next week. In the meantime, be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. Oh, and this guy says bye.